Boy, people are having less sexy time than ever before in history. Oh no. Comment in the section below. Comment. Are you having less sex than ever before? Well, don't feel bad. It's an epidemic, and this is not good. 5 reasons. Top 5 reasons is why you came here for. You want to talk about less sex, loser. Loser, you have less sex. Oh man, it's a problem, folks. There was a study that said that STDs are the lowest in human history in the U.S. right now, and that seems like it's a good thing, right? Wow, less STDs, less STIs. Yeah, there's a reason why though. Nobody's getting laid. Nobody's going out. This is a problem. Here's the reasons. Number 5 reason why people are having less sex today than ever before. Phones, smartphones, social media, digital entertainment. If you're on your phone, you can't have sex. You're on your phone. Problem. So a huge amount of people's time is, dedicated to the attention of the phone. So social media, streaming platforms, video games, loser. Texting instead of going out, loser. So less real world interactions, fewer opportunities to go chicka chicka bang bang baby. People are literally home more and socializing less. Think about this. I mean, my neighbors, I don't see anybody. They're in the house. You know what I'm saying? People stay home. They go out real quick to that place where they go to the gym or they go to do the little workout and then they come home. You know what I'm saying? They go online food shopping. They don't even go food shopping. How can you meet somebody in the aisle 3 if you're not even out? You know what I'm saying? Problem. Got to get out. So, online pornography, big problem. Men are spending more time looking at that than actually trying to get that. Sad. Online gambling. It should be illegal, honestly. You can't have sex if you're online gambling. Loser. And video gaming. If you're playing video games, loser. Stop it. Got to get out. Got to get out. Those are those are subcategories. That's a big reason. So online gambling, online pornography, and video gaming. Those 3 things right there. That's why guys ain't getting anything. Rising anxiety and depression because of social media. So many people report fear of rejection. No shit. You're afraid because you don't even know how to act around a human, you loser. Fear of awkward situations. You want to have sex with me? No, goodbye. Difficulty forming a relationship, even platonic. You're not getting out. And all of us are feeling this. Even if you're having sex and you're married or whatever, or you're a studette. It's tough to even make a friend. Everybody's on their phones, head down, earphones in. I quit my gym because of that. I'm not there to socialize, but I expect someone to say, hey, good morning. No one. I could just work out at home alone. Duh, save my money. People are getting married later, right? But people today are pairing up much later than previous generations. So, for example, in the late 1960s, many people got married in their 20s. Today, the average age for first marriages, you got to have that practice marriage, is around 30. Oh, my God. Well, you can make the argument then presumably you'd be getting more action, but no, because you're playing video games. Pornography, big problem. Okay, and that's a big, big problem because porn replaces the motivation to pursue real partners. You're kind of almost getting your fix, kind of. So it's like, why bother? You got 60% of it. You know what I mean? About sex, a woman is not a sex toy. A woman is not a piece of meat. I mean, a man's not a piece of meat. But let's be honest, 99% of the time it's men watching porn, not women. I understand, a woman who watches porn, I get that. 99% is men. So yeah, can we reduce libido with somebody? Because nothing compares to this fake human that's hanging and banging. Economic stress. Today, more people are struggling just to make ends meet. And there's no romance without finance. How can you get chicka chicka bang bang baby if you don't got the money? And I'm not talking about billions or millions. I'm just talking about can you spend $100 on a date? Most guys and women can't. It's high housing costs, student loan debt, unstable jobs, living with your mommy and daddy, right? It's not even a dig. It's hard, no pun intended. But, money. People don't got money. times are not great. And you can talk about the stock market. I'm involved in the stock market. The stock market's great, but that's not the jobs market, you fucking idiot. All right. So when people are financially stressed, guess what? You can't go out. Got money. So a research published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that the percentage of young adult males reporting no sex in the past year roughly doubled from the 1990s. Whew. Okay, one more angle here. Some sociologists think it's not just about sex, it's about decline in overall social connection. No shit. If you can't even get out and fucking have a conversation with somebody, how could you even get laid? People aren't going out to bars anymore because they ain't got money. Also, people aren't going out to bars as much because they understand that alcohol is, it's a poison, which is good. But, back in the day, you went to the bar, you know what I'm saying? But again, you don't got money. All right. So there are also less three obvious reasons that tend to make people stop and think. These can be, things to think about. Fear of social consequences. So in the last decade, and for good reason, right? In the last decade, there's been a big cultural shift around consent in sexual behavior, which is, again, a good thing. But some researchers say it has also made some young men and women, but mostly men, very, very cautious about initiating anything, even just a kiss. So that sucks because a lot of the good guys are not looking to hurt anybody, but now they're scared, And so if you're scared, you don't want to, God forbid, be accused of something. You just, hey, I'm not even going to ask her out. I'm not even going to, nothing, And that's wrong, but that's where we're at because a bunch of douchebag dudes ruined it for the good guys. But that's out there. That's a real thing, And some guys report worrying about misreading signals, being accused of, again, inappropriate, this or that. You make a comment that's, you don't know, you just don't know. So it's just better off, you know what? I'm just not going to go out. I'm just hanging out with my guy friends or my long friends from, school. I'm not going to meet anybody new. I'm not going to go on the dating app. I could see that, you know what I mean? As a guy, even myself, and I'm a good guy, but I've always been very respectful. So I don't have to worry. Yeah. You hear these news stories and stuff and it scares the good guys like myself. It's just like, okay, you know what? I'm just not even going to date, and I do, but, again, bad apples spoil the bunch, So anyways, people being more comfortable with being alone with AI. Listen, I'd rather talk to ChatGPT than 95% of my friends. I'm not kidding. That's sad. But ChatGPT gives me a better conversation than 9 out of 10 of my friends do. What do I do with that? I mean, if I'm getting a better conversation with AI, why would I talk to most of my friends? It really takes an effort. So that also stops a lot of people. Again, why would I even want to go out? I'm okay with being alone. I got social media, I got AI, I got video games, I got pornography, I got online gambling. I'm not saying I have all of those things, but I'm just saying that, yeah, it's people are more comfortable being alone. Women too. Women don't want this bullshit with these dirtbag guys. So today it's more socially acceptable to be in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and never been married. Yeah. So I don't know. Testosterone levels too, by the way, are dropping in men because men, particularly, and women too, but people are just not in good health. They live on pasta, bread, cake, cookies, chips, beer, alcohol, cake, cookies, pasta, bread, chips, cake, cookies, muffins, pasta, bread, ice cream, snacks, and that lowers testosterone. And if you have a low testosterone, guess what? You got a low sex drive. Even if you have a partner, you're having less sex because, you're eating shit and you're not exercising. What do you think is going to happen? So lower libido, less motivation to pursue anyone, lower energy levels. So with diabetes and with type 2 diabetes especially, and being overweight as an epidemic, poor sleep, environmental chemicals, stress, again, being isolated. It's like a loop, a vicious loop. You're a hamster on a wheel. Everything feeds into the other, this negative loop. You're not having sex. So When you add it all up, phones are replacing socialization, rising anxiety, delayed relationships, economic stress, cultural changes. It starts to look like sex is just, isn't really about sex at all. It's about society that's becoming more isolated. It's sad. But anyways, what do you guys think? Put it in the comment section below. What else? I don't know. That's what I think. What do you guys think? It's unfortunate, because sex is more than just sex. It's about connection, really. Even just intimacy, hugging, kissing, holding hands. That's gone for a lot of us, millions and millions of us, because we're occupied on social media, looking at videos, stupid videos, or playing online game. It's a problem, folks. Anyways, what do you think? Comment section below. Thank you. Bye.